Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and welcome back to Runt9 Plays Battletech. Let's just get into a mission here. I mean, we don't want to mess around. We wanna get through all this stuff. We want to fix up our mechs and make them better. So let's just clear out these half skull missions, get our cash money, and get out of here. Because at the moment, our mechs aren't where we want them to be, and so we need to fix it. So this one is just a regular battle. And with half skull missions, usually you're not going to get ambushed or anything. So this should just be run in, bash a few lights, and get out. So we should probably expect to see, you know, a locust, a spider, a jenner, a javelin, stuff like that. The typical light mech garbage that we can just easily tear up.
Command interface initiated.
So my expectation is I'm not even going to worry about it too much. Let's just charge in head first. And whenever we make enemy contact, we'll let them come to us. Because you definitely don't want to just run in against lights and let them, you know, evade all of your shots because evasion charges. But you also don't want to just kind of sit back in the back forever. You want to, you know, make them feel the pain early and often. So, can we not jump that gap with our blackjack? We cannot. We're going to need to go through the water here. That's fine, though. We can sit in the spore field. And so it looks like there's going to be one light and a vehicle so far. It looks like there are at least a couple of vehicles. So, I think we will go ahead and move up. It's going to have too many evasion charges for us to really want to do anything here. So we're going to just brace, but I want to get into more advantageous positions, make sure we see what we're up against. And again, it's a spider with half armor. You know, such is the life of the half skull missions. So get our Vindicator in a little bit more of a powerful position. So, you know, we spent pretty much the last 10-15 minutes of the previous episode kind of talking about the builds of our mechs a little bit. And I know that that may have been boring for some people. I want to, you know, make sure that we're focusing on missions a little bit. Very reasonable to expect that to be the case. Let's jump in right there and then spam everything but the medium laser at it. And so my expectation is that we're going to want to change up our mechs a lot as time goes by and as I learn more about the game. You know, I don't even have 100 hours in the game yet. I think we're sitting around 80, 85. So definitely expect to learn more and, you know, figure out my personal preferences a lot as well. Because there's a lot of, yes, this may objectively be better for this reason or another, but I like this because, or this fits my tactical strategy because. And for part of that, like, I found that though I do like snipers, I don't tend to like LRMs that much, which is kind of weird because I know that LRMs definitely have a very important place, but for me, I tend to more enjoy getting up in the faces of enemies, and by having many units in that brawler skirmisher role, then you can kind of trade off the damage by pulling people in and out of battle.
Yes, Commander.
But it can also be kind of nice to have something like our blackjack here just sit back and pound enemies from halfway across the map. They've got another vehicle up here, but the javelin is the one that is probably within range to do something about.
I'm there.
So again, I think we turn the PPC off, although how much heat is it going to use? We're heat neutral on it. They'll actually precision strike the javelin's center torso. LRMs aren't going to do anything against it, but there you go. We got an easy PPC hit right in the CT on that. I don't think we can get our blackjack in position for a shot, though. I actually think we will just run our blackjack up into the forest here, do an easy sprint, and then try to get a better shot next turn. And then for our Vulcan, I mean, honestly, like, yes, I know that I might be a little bit crazy when I do stuff like this, but if we turn this direction, this javelin can take just a ton of damage from it. Ended up not taking that much just because of, I know we had at least one miss. And their spider, I think is what it is focusing our Centurion. So completely ignored the fact that there's a Vulcan in the back completely flanking the Javelin here. There's still 20 front armor, but 5 rear. This is where you do a melee attack from behind and just enjoy the easy kill here. That was 50 damage, probably to the leg. Yeah, we didn't get a CT hit with the melee attack there. We'll double check where the damage went in and kind of go from there. Don't get me wrong, like, yeah, it's got some LRMs. It's you know, could be spookier, but really it's not that spooky. But yeah, I think the rear attack there definitely hit a leg. I mean, we could try to take both legs out and get some bonus salvage, but I don't think that's necessarily worth it. Let's just keep working on taking it down. We're not going to gain any heat from this, so even though there's a good chance of it missing, it was definitely worth it. And the Scorpion went after the Vulcan and missed. That's also part of why I'm okay being a little aggressive with the Vulcan, is because it gains so many evasion charges when we do what we want to do with it, that it's really not that spooky. So UAC, refire penalty, snub PPC with a ton of heat. That's also part of the problem with PPCs, is from a heat management perspective, sure, they do a good chunk of damage, but it's a lot of all or nothing. You know, with medium lasers, and, you know, this is kind of continuing the conversation from the last episode, with medium lasers, you have a lot more flexibility with how you use your weapons. Because if you need to, you know, tone your heat down for a turn, okay, just disable a laser or something. If you've got 4 lasers, you can still use 3 of them. That obviously is a lot more handy than like, oh, well, I can't use my, you know, 80% of my damage PPC. Instead, I have to turn it off and use, in the case of our Vindicator right now, our dinky LRM5 that does 75% of that does 15 damage on average per volley, which is functionally useless for anything other than removing evasion tokens. Our Vulcan can't quite get in there. Can we death from above this? 84, 100? No, we can't. Honestly, just get in here and hit it with everything you got from behind. Sure, even the medium laser. The medium laser missed. That's kind of to be expected. Rear armor should be wide open. I think our Centurion can get in there next. Yeah, we'll move this bad boy. I mean, honestly, just jump jet back here. And jump jet far enough back that you're within the minimum. I don't even care that the percent chances are low. It's literally the last unit. That's also the problem with the PPC is now in this case, UAC 5, it doesn't take very much heat. We literally can't fire this turn unless we want to have to deal with structural repairs from heat damage. Kind of stinks, I'm gonna be honest with you. So this guy, just shoot whatever you got. That should do some pretty solid damage. Where are we at on that? 25 left. Okay, so the Vindicator just needs to get in there and PPC to the back of this thing. Perfect. And I will cold shot this, absolutely. I said precision strike. Right there. And dead. Nice, quick, easy half skull mission. I think there's 1 or 2 more half skulls we want to knock out real quick. And so my ideal scenario is to just blaze through as many contracts as we can in this episode. I'll make some real progress and kind of just leave things off in a good spot. I think I will probably leave myself like some post-it notes or something of here's where we left off, here's where the focus is next time. SRM 6, I know that we're going to want another one of those potentially for the Centurion, and we got more salvage that may eventually turn into mechs in the future. Works for me. We're going to jump right back in to another contract here, kind of see what we got going on. My expectation is we'll probably be able to knock out 3 contracts. So that one took us just under 10 minutes. If we could do 10 minutes per contract, we can get 3 contracts done in 1 episode, and that would be pretty nice. we've got Frontier Justice. It's an Assassinate. Let's see here. Assassinate is probably Rogue, Canopian. More than likely not going to be a decent mech, but the difference is 183k or 2 salvage. I think it would be better to have the 2 salvage. It's only 2 extra bonus that way versus 40 grand. The money isn't that important in this case. And honestly, for assassination, I almost wonder if I would rather bring the Jenner out from a speed perspective, but I mean, the firepower is so low. Even if every missile hits, it's only 64 damage. The Vulcan is 80, which isn't much better. How long would it take to swap out at least the Flamer or something? Like, if it's just a day or two, I kind of will just go ahead and wait. Because 1 Flamer just isn't enough to really do anything. 2 days, you know what, just wait for that. Because that brings us up to 95 max damage, and, you know, I would like to get rid of the machine guns, but there's not much we can do about that right this second. Also, that gives us more room for jump jets or something. No, we're already there. We're already maxed out on armor. So why don't we just, like, put in a heat sink, I guess? Sure. And then drop, like, a single tick of armor from the leg. Cool. So we're just going to sit here for 2 days and just have a slightly better Vulcan.
That work order is complete.
And the repaired power conduits is done as well, which is nice. That unlocks some more ship upgrades that we can do. And then let's jump into Frontier Justice. We'll take 2 salvage. You generally want to take more salvage on assassinations, because traditionally, not always, but especially above 1.5 skull, assassination missions, usually you're assassinating either a good mech, like a medium or a heavy, or a rare mech that you may not be able to get otherwise. So for half skull, I don't imagine it's going to be anything nice. You know, it might maybe be a slightly decent light, but I'm just like, if there's the possibility that it's a decent mech, let's go ahead and take the salvage. Because it's not like it's going to throw anything super difficult at us. And pretty much everything is going to be, you know, half armored as well. So send our Vulcan out there to scout ahead. Can't get it in cover into these trees. So there's enemy contact. I would like to know what we're dealing with here. And, you know, if we are dealing with a good mech, then we'll kind of try out the new thought process of, yep, it's a light mech because it's in Initiative 4, and it's running away, so it's definitely the one that we're assassinating. So let's jump into cover here, get a good idea of what we're dealing with. So it's purely a Javelin with an LRM-15. Okay. So this commando, I mean, turn the medium laser off, and I guess just shoot with what you got. It's not much, but it did a little bit of damage. Enemy turn here, so it's not going to be a medium. It's going to be a vehicle of some kind. They're not going to throw mediums at us on this low a difficulty. So we could get the UAC off there. I don't think that's going to be worth it. No, not for a 30% shot. Although, if it hits, can we get up there anyways?
Consider it done.
I mean, if it hits, it'll be great. If it doesn't, well, not a big deal. Cool, left arm destroyed. Good enough, I'll take it. That's the cool thing about the UACs, is since they fire twice, even though it's a low percentage chance, you do still have a chance of doing something. UAC-2s and a large laser, we're heat neutral anyways, so why not shoot twice? We've already done a good chunk of rear armor damage to this thing. We don't have a precision strike, but I'll go ahead and shoot the PPC at it as well. No reason not to try. LRMs did just a tiny bit of damage. So it's going to actually try to shoot at our Vulcan with its LRM-15s at super close range. That seems ideal. Sure, go for it. More power to you. Well, I'm sure you guys can guess what's coming next. Can we melee attack from the rear, please? I believe that's going to be our ideal scenario here. And dead. A dead. And, you know, throw some lasers at the dead body just for good measure. Okay, so that actually wasn't the one that we're going to assassinate. That was half of the enemy forces. Okay, when it ran away, I was like, okay, that's got to be our target. But actually, no, they'll tell us when it's our target. But we actually got attacked by something from up here in Initiative Phase 3. So maybe we do have a medium that we could salvage nicely here. Can we get you into a not minimum range that still will be kind of close? Because it seems like we want to keep moving up. And I mean, just, yeah, go ahead and fire. I mean, we still did a good chunk of damage. That is the nice thing about weapons that fire multiple times, is they'll still likely do some damage even if they miss. So this Vindicator has a PPC and an LRM, which I also just like... The minimum range, until you have a pilot that can deal with it, it's so annoying to deal with. You lose a lot of flexibility in these tighter maps like this. Honestly, just go ahead and take your shots. There you go. The enemy forces are gone. We need to find the outlaw mech warrior and get our assassination attempt off. So do we know where they're at? If I click on it, it's zooming in right there. So we need to just keep climbing up this mountain. And you know who the perfect mech for that is.
On my way.
There's our enemy contact. We still don't know what it is, but we do know that it's been moving in Initiative Phase 4. So or Initiative Phase 3. So it might legitimately be a medium, which again would actually be kind of nice for us. I would definitely not mind having another medium in the bay. Dude, it's a trebuchet. Okay. Doesn't bother me any. So we're only getting 2 guaranteed salvage out of this. So what we want to do, because you can see, like, it can carry 2 LRM-15s and 3 medium lasers. That's a lot. It doesn't have the greatest max armor in the world. You can see the max armor is only 600. I thought it was higher than that. I thought it was like 720 or something. But the main thing is you can stack up some SRMs and make it a little bit more of a brawler, but you can also just sit back and have 2 stacks of LRM-15s.
Awaiting orders.
So what we want to do is try to get in here and take out a leg and 2 torsos. I mean, obviously it would be great to get a shot on the head, but first things first, let's start stripping some evasion pit. No called shots here.
Target damaged. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
And then next lowest damage,
Yes, Commander.
probably gonna be the PPC and the LRM, because I don't think the PPC is gonna hit here. Yeah, the PPC was gonna miss for sure. We couldn't really get into a good spot. Alright, Centurion UAC 5 is the snub out of range? A little bit. So we have enough for 2 precision strikes here.
Have no doubt it will be done.
CT is kind of down. We could take out one of the LRMs. It would be nice to take out a leg, but if we're going to precision strike this turn, let's go ahead and try to knock out a torso.
You should have never come.
I don't think we got there, but I'm pretty sure we got close. Yeah, the right half of this mech is basically ready to fall
How
off.
might I help?
And this should be some decent shots. 2 80%ers. Can't get in range for the large laser, but that's okay. Give me another precision on the torso. LRM ammo explosion. Perfect.
Reporting.
So we got the torso destroyed and an ammo explosion for pilot injury. Now, Vulcan, what you can do is... I'm almost a little bit spooked of a melee shot here. I kind of want to just keep firing at center mass. and hoping that we don't accidentally blow it up in the center torso. That's part of the problem, is like we don't have enough morale to constantly gain a lot of resolve so that we can, you know, precision strike every turn. And we also don't have pilots with enough accuracy to try to go for a headshot.
You have orders?
So I was mostly just trying to strip away more armor, which I think, you know, again, bringing our Vindicator in. I do realize that the PPC is the single hardest hitting weapon we have in one single shot. But I think the LRMs are useful from the perspective that they can strip away just a little bit more armor. They can chip away at it. So the arm is down. I think the torso took like a tiny bit of damage there. Trying to get into a solid range for both weapons. We're not going to be able to use the snub on this one, I don't think. Yeah, we'll have to turn the snub off. Yeah, I think that was a CT shot. See, where are we at? Yeah, that was a CT shot. We got to be careful, but unfortunately, again, it's really hard early game to do this strategy.
Certainly.
Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to turn the large laser off and just fire the AC-2s for the stability damage and try to go for a knockdown.
Yes, Commander.
That was a bunch more CT damage. Okay. So where are we at? We're at 3 stability. CT is at 45. I'm thinking this may be a little bit odd, is now I want to try to attack from the back. Start working on rear armor, and again, just stacking up that stability damage. Because if we can get a free trebuchet out of this, out of a freaking half skull mission where we basically didn't have to do a gosh darn thing, that would be fantastic.
Got it, Commander.
Left arm destroyed. Hoping to get a torso destroyed out of that one. It does get to go again. It bulwarked up. Okay, so we almost killed it on that one.
Reporting.
Okay. I guess we go for UAC 5 to the right torso.
Firing jump jet.
Probably, or left torso. I think that hit the torso. It did. But the CT is so close to dead, and we don't have any more precision strikes. I wanna bait this out, you know? Let's wait for our precision strikes and take it down properly.
You have orders?
Honestly, reserve, then done. It's gonna just keep running. Which, it's got a long way to go. At this point, I feel like we should take out a leg.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Probably move our blackjack closer.
Throttle down, moving out.
I should realistically move everyone a little bit closer.
As you wish.
Just so we stay in a reasonable range to get where we need to be. But I'm going to try to force this one. I know this is a little bit more slow going. But I like the thought of us netting ourselves a trebuchet. Okay, do we have a precision strike now? We do. So, from a damage perspective, we need to do 92 damage in a single volley to knock out a leg. And not hit the torso, like, at all. So, 92 damage, you're not capable of it. You're not capable of it. You're definitely capable of it. You can almost do it with just your UACs. So we go here, turn them both on, precision strike, this leg, 48%.
I believe this should have
You know what? That was kind of dumb to try to do that with the snub PPC, since it's a shotgun style thing.
Successful.
So since we killed the CT, we're only going to get one piece of scrap out of it. You know what? We tried. It was a nice thought. I really wanted to try to pull that one off. I think it would have been really beneficial to grab another medium that easily. So, I mean, obviously we'll take that salvage and we'll get closer to selling a javelin. We got the commando salvage as well. So not quite how we wanted that to go, but, you know, I think it went okay. So I think that's where we're going to leave things off for this episode. You know, we're 25 minutes in, and at this point, if you saw the first episode, you know that starting a mission 25 minutes in is not the best idea in the world. Especially since at this point, we're going to be doing 1 skulls, and those can take, you know, a little bit longer than 10-15 minutes, sometimes. So I think that's going to be a good place to leave things off. Again, I think this is probably going to be the end of my recording day. I have a good thought of just like, tomorrow, come in, do contracts, and crank through these last 4 missions. I think we could probably pull off the 1.5 skull as well. Like, we should be able to. And this one is last mech standing. I'm pretty sure this one, they're going to drop a second lance in. They're going to fight each other. And we can just kind of sit back and collect tons of salvage. So this all sounds good to me. I think that that's where we're going to leave things off. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know what you think. Single best thing you can do to help the channel out is by clicking the like button. That sends a message to the YouTube algorithm that tells it that other people might enjoy videos like this as well, and it's the best way to help the channel grow. In addition, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see content like this in the future and keep up with this series. In addition, check out the link tree in the description below. It has links to Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. Come hang out with the community and see the streams 5 days a week on twitch.tv/Runt9plays. But until the next episode, I'm Runt9, and I'll see you later.